well. The legend, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Starks. I feel like you're a little too far away, but we'll have this conversation. Let's get a little closer there. There you go. Mr. John Starks, I had the privilege of talking to you yesterday as well before you went ahead and played some golf. And you were telling me how it was your first time in Abu Dhabi. How's it been so far?
It's been incredible. Just to understand the culture here, the love that everybody have for sports is amazing, and they love their golf.
They do love their golf.
So no, it's been amazing. I played, just got through playing bulls-knicks.
Yeah.
What an incredible course.
Had some fun. It was a little warm. It was a little warm. We talked about this also yesterday. You said it was Florida weather. That's what you said.
No, this past Florida weather.
This past Florida weather. It's a little warmer out
here.
It's warm. And how's your experience been so far with everybody, including basketball fans? I'm sure you've had some conversations with a few.
No, it's been great. Like I say, the fans over here are very knowledgeable about the game of basketball. You know, I'm excited to be over here along with other NBA legends. I know both teams are excited to be over here, and I think they're ready to put on the show.
I mean, I hope so. Yeah. I mean, every year it's been like that, so like I think it's, I mean, expectations are always really high.
Yes.
Now, you are obviously one of the most beloved players from the New York Knicks. How important is it for an organization like the Knicks to do things like this, to go overseas and showcase their skills and give back to the communities?
It means a lot. I think we're doing something tomorrow, clinic tomorrow. So we have a lot of fans over here in this part of the world. And like I say, I know our young guys are excited to be over here and playing and experiencing different culture. The organization is extremely excited. I remember when this came out, I called Jamal, who the president of the Garden. And I said, Jamal, we on that trip? Well, of course we on that trip. So I was excited to get over here.
Now, we don't have a lot of inside information on what happens when you guys are on the court during timeout. So we have all these questions, and just representing everybody over here, what do you guys talk about in the timeouts when is it mostly, because we're doing the chalk talk as well, this is one of the topics, do you talk about the plays, or do you basically just hang in there, get confident? What's the conversations like during timeouts?
No, you're discussing what they're doing, the other team is doing, especially a particular play that's hurting us, and you try to talk about how you're going to guard it, and which way you're going to send the guy. You just, you also trying to, get yourself together if you haven't been playing well. But mostly, you kind of waiting on the coach to give you some instructions. And but most guys are just, conversating with one another and making sure that we are all on the same page.
In the right headspace.
Yeah.
And what's John Stark's pregame meal?
So I'm a meat and potatoes guy.
Okay,
yeah. So I always, before any game, I always have some type of meat and some type of potatoes, because I'm doing a lot of running.
Right.
Two guard, and I always used to tell Patrick all the time, he said, man, you eat as much as me. I said, well, I'm working a lot harder than you. Yeah. So I'm chasing guys around the court. So by the time halftime come, that food that I had at 3 o'clock had burned off. And so I either grab a banana or some fruit or something like that, just to kind of replenish.
Speaking of Patrick, you've played with some amazing players in your career. Any favorite players? Any close friends that you're still?
Well, I'm close with all my guys. We were a very close-knit team. I think that's what makes championship quality teams are guys that get along with one another, not just on the court, but off the court, because you're spending a lot of time with these guys, more so than you do your family. And so you have to be able to get along. Trips like this truly helps. Having the family over here too really means a lot, because the wives get a chance to bond a little closer. And so everybody, I can't say, people ask me all the time, who's your favorite teammate? I didn't have a favorite teammate. I loved all my teammates.
Very political answer. Yeah. Now, I know you speak about the brotherhood, and everybody's always talking about how it's important to just bond and mesh. Do you have any favorite moments? You get this question a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Favorite moments of being in the NBA, whether it's on the court, off the court, whether it's a conversation you have with somebody.
Yeah, well, my favorite moment obviously was when I dunked in the '93 playoffs. That's one of them. And the other dunk was when I dunked on Mark West and ended up winning the game with a last-second shot against Phoenix. That's one of my most memorable moments.
It's a pretty good moment.
Yeah. But yeah, it's so many I can talk about. But you know, Coach Riley, I always hearken on him because without him, I probably wouldn't be where I was. You know, what I did in the NBA. And so I have to give him a lot of credit for believing in me, putting his faith in me, a young unknown player that he saw something in me, and he gave me opportunity.
Coaches need a little more love, don't they?
Oh, no question. No question. They get beat up a lot.
Yeah, what is the importance of a coach in a player's life?
Coach is very important, especially at this level right here. You know, you have to trust in what they give you and understand that, you know, they know a little bit more than you. You don't ever want to go in there where the player knows more than the coach because that doesn't work. You know, because the coach could say something to the player and that player could be looking at him in the eye, and he'd just be looking at him in the eye. It's like, okay, I think I know more than you. And so it's important that the coach come with some credibility, and obviously Coach Riley had that credibility.
Perfect. All right, I think at this time we'd like to open up the floor for questions. I know there's some media people here, and a super New York Knicks fan right there as well. She's wearing the jersey. I know she's got some questions as well. We're going to pass around the microphone. Sorry, Mike, go ahead. Hi, what's your name?
Hello, my name is Carol. I have two different questions. The first one about the dunk 1993 playoffs against the Bulls. You already said it, but if you could go a little more into the details. And second question, the finals, 94 against Houston Rockets, your missed free throws. You had a great season. I mean, you had a great series.
Yeah, it wasn't free throws, it was a block shot. Let's get that right.
Yeah.
Let's get that straight. Let's straighten out the right.
Yeah,
I missed a lot of threes. You're talking about the threes. You're not talking about the free throws.
Absolutely. So if you could go into the details of
I think a good question about the dunk.
And the finals.
Yeah, no problem. Just a little loud, but no, that was just an exciting moment during the game that play needed to happen in order for us to win that game. And so I was coming down the left side, would it be this side right here, the right side, if I'm facing this way. And, you know, I just saw an opening, and I just went for it because I saw Horace Grant, you know, there to protect the rim, and I had to, you know, go with everything I had inside of me. And at that point in the game, you're so amped up, you know, you tend to jump a little higher. And I just let it rip and completed the play. We ended up winning the game, and the rest is history. It became an iconic moment in New York Knicks history. And you're talking about Game 7. That was a tough experience for me because you dream about being in that situation, and your dreams always come true because you win the game. And obviously, me not playing the way I was capable of playing, end up losing the game because of the way I played. And so, but it's something that you live with, you know, as players, and you have to put everything in perspective because I had to deal with that throughout the summer. It was the hardest summer I had to go through, but I had to also understand that I had the opportunity to do something very special. And because a lot of players and a lot of great players, a lot of Hall of Famers play their whole career and never get an opportunity to play for a championship. So I was one of the few, as well as my teammates, one of the few that played for a championship. So I look on it as exciting times, but obviously disappointed that we didn't win.
Do you still think about it from time to time?
He's asking me
During the playoffs.
No, I mean,
the playoffs.
No, I don't think about it until the playoffs start.
No, I mean the finals. That
Yeah, that's what I'm
game
talking
7.
about. I don't think about it until the playoffs start.
No, I
think
mean
a lot of
right now,
people-
right
I'm
now.
trying to tell you, I don't think about that until the playoffs start.
All right, I understand.
I think
Thank
a good
you.
question, follow-up for the question earlier was, how do you deal with a loss like that? What goes through your mind? And we have these conversations with players as well. It's just, I think, ultimately it's just you take it as a lesson, you move forward. You have to move forward. But what goes through your mind after a loss like that?
Oh, you're very disappointed.
Right.
And not even just for me. I'm disappointed for the fans. I'm disappointed for my teammates. The city itself, because you wanted so bad for them. I really never ever played for trophies. I always played for just to go out there and win the ball game and all that other stuff, take care of itself. But I really wanted that for the New York fans because they are such a passionate and incredible fans, and I really wanted to give them a championship.
They love you no matter what.
Yeah.
Question over here.
Hi, my name is Luca Montenegro. You stole my question about
I'm
that.
sorry.
I've been waiting
You got the slam, yeah, I see that. Nice.
Thank you. Three questions, if I can. First, your journey is one of the most amazing, not just in basketball, but in all professional sports. From working in a grocery store to become one of the most lovable New York Knicks legends. All-star, sixth man of the year, first man to go to 203 threes in the league. So, how you look back? How you look today on your incredible NBA journey?
It was special. I think, I talked about this so much is that, when I first started off with the game of basketball, obviously everybody's dream is to make it to the NBA. Some goes, the road is a lot easier. My road was a lot tougher. But it made me into the player that I became. And because I took nothing for granted. Every time I stepped out there on the court, I knew I was playing for something. And it was for respect. And that's what you had to do when I first came in the league. Nothing was given to you. You had to go out there and earn it. It's a little different now because these guys are so young. But when I came in the league, I was playing against grown men, where they playing against, 22-year-old, 23. I was playing against 28, 29. These guys got pensions. So it's a little different. So you had to earn your way and earn that respect. So it was just special for me to get that opportunity when I first put on that jersey with San Antonio Spurs for a tryout. And I told myself that I was going to make it in the NBA. And that was my mindset.
You play in the blood and sweat era with great rivalries. Indiana, Chicago, Miami. Which rivalry is for you personally the best in your era?
Well, obviously Chicago was one of the best, but I think Indiana was the most physical because they was built just like us as a team, and they ran the same plays that we ran, and so those games was the most hardest games to play because we knew them and they knew us, and I always say that you could took that Indiana team and took us and just switch cities, you wouldn't know the difference because we played the same.
And when you look today, roster of New York Knicks, who is the player with the same energy as you?
Probably Josh Hart. Yeah, he plays with a lot of energy, and I love his passion and his grit and the way he go out there and play the game every single night. And he's the type of player when you say earn your money, he earns his money every single night.
Oh, he attacks all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go with one question each now just so we can make sure everybody gets a chance.
Hello, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. You may have already answered this in
No,
this
go
guy's
ahead.
question, but I just wanted to know, it's not necessarily technical, but in your career and during your games, what are you most proud of that maybe your fans and the media didn't particularly recognise?
That's a great question. I think being undersized at my position.
Two guard, just so you
Yeah,
know.
two guard. They listed me as 6'5", actually 6'2". And so I was playing against guys who was a lot taller than I was. And, Michael Jordan is what, 6'6". Steve Smith, he's 6'8". Clyde Drexler, 6'8". I'm playing against guys, Mitch Richmond, 6'5", 230. I'm playing against big guards during my time. But when I was out there on the court, they didn't feel big to me. You know what I mean? I went out there and competed very hard against them, and I think that earned their respect for me as a guard because when they see me today, they like, you was a little bitty fella. So, you know, I think that's probably what I think is the most important thing that most people don't understand, that I was playing against guys a lot bigger than I was. Yes.
Still gave them problems.
Yeah, still gave them problems. You true.
All right.
Thank you very much. I've
You're
got
welcome.
something for the heat for you.
Okay, thank you.
This is Owen from Hong Kong A Sports Connect. So you're very well known by Hong Kong fans for posterizing Michael Jordan. Can you brief us through what was going through your mind with that play?
Yeah.
Did you think about that? Did you feel like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm just going out there.
You know what? Nothing was going through my mind. It was just a reactionary play at that particular time. But when I was coming down court and I was slow dragging them down the court, and when I got in position, as soon as I saw Bill Cartwright wasn't in position where he normally is, down on the baseline to trap me, and my eyes got big. I just like hesitated. Patrick came over and gave B.J. Armstrong a little nudge, and I just took off, and I didn't realize how far I took off because I had so much energy going through me. And all I saw was Horace Grant, and when I took off, man, I was just flying, bro. As soon as I dunked it, felt like I was just floating in there, and I just came out of there. I was just unconscious at that time. My teammates was more excited than I was, because all of them was like, hit me, and I'm like, get to the bench, man, we got a game to close out. But I didn't get excited about the play until I saw the next day. Yeah, that's when I got
You weren't
excited.
scared at all when you were about to posterize Michael Jordan, right?
No, to be honest with you, I didn't see Michael Jordan. I did not see Michael Jordan. I saw Horace Grant. Michael got in the picture and made it look real good.
I think a lot of people don't know that it's really instinctual. When you're on the court, you don't plan these things.
No, you don't. You don't. We wish we could plan every day.
Right, but then right training puts you in the right time, right place, and then get a memorable picture.
Yeah, great question.
Hi, John.
Hey.
I'm Preeti.
How you doing, Preeti?
A very big fan of yours. I'm born and raised in New York City.
Okay.
You were my absolute favorite player. My first ever email address was nyk03@judo.com.
Pull it out, Brady. We gotta see it.
I
now.
swear.
That was your first email.
My first email. Juno doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah, I know,
We're
right?
old.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about Knicks fans. You know, we talk about these moments where we were so close, but we didn't get there. And there were a few moments in the 90s like that. But the Knicks fans were built different. We're just so different. We love so hard, but we also get angry really hard as well. There's already a pressure in the NBA itself. You step onto the court, pressure, lights are on, you got to win for the team. Was there an added layer of pressure to face the Knicks fans, whether you won or you lost the next day?
Not really, not with me, because what I love about Knicks fans, they're so honest. I love that, you know, if I'm playing bad, boo me. It's not gonna affect me, because I know I play bad, you know, but when I'm playing well, the Knicks fans lift you up, you know what I mean? So I understand the passion behind it. Some guys can't take that. Everybody want to be, please cheer for me, please cheer for me. No, if you playing bad, you playing bad. You know what I mean? So, you know, own up to it. You know, a lot of guys want to run from that. I never ran from that. I embraced that. And I think that's what you have to understand about Knicks fans. They so passionate, but they going to be there in the end, no matter what. What they want to see you going out there and giving 110% every single night. If you do that, they can live with winning and losing, because they know you out there competing and you trying your best. But when they think of you dogging it and you lose,
They'll let you know.
that's a problem. That's a problem. So, but I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I appreciate that love and that passion, and they respect me for that because of the way I played the game, and I respect them to give me the love back. You know, so it's vice versa with both of them.
Absolutely. Thank you for all the memories.
I got to sign that jersey too, by the way.
Yes! I love it. Thank you.
New York fans, cut from a different cloth.
Thank you.
All right, with that said, that's all the time we have with our legend. Let's just give him one big round of applause. Mike, you have something to say?
Thank you.
We have one more? All right, so we're just going to line up and do a one by one. You guys can get your pictures taken with the legend, and Preeti's going to have her jersey signed. All right, so thank you guys so much for being with us. One more time, big round of applause for Mr. John Starks.